Hello everybody, it's the Spice Must Flow. I'm back again. And today, by the time I release this video, it will be July the 5th. I want to wish everybody a happy 4th. Hope that you enjoyed it. I had, burgers, and I celebrated the founding of the United States by blowing up a small part of it. Well, not literally, it was fireworks. I didn't even shoot off guns this year. Which, normally that's the way I think you're supposed to do it. But hey, I enjoyed myself. Today I'm not going to talk about that, though. I was thinking about making a 4th of July video, right? There are several people that already have. And, well, in all honesty, when I think about the future of the United States, the likely future of the United States, it depresses me a bit too much to actually make a video just about that. Though at some point, I'm really going to have to. What I was going to talk about today was the actions of CNN. Or more specifically, I was going to talk about the actions of James O'Keefe, which have led to actions by CNN, which are not positive, we'll just say. So a few days ago, last week, James O'Keefe, who runs what's called Project Veritas, put out several videos of people at CNN basically admitting that they're just simply selling the Russia narrative and there's nothing behind it. Van Jones on tape referred to it as a nothing burger, right? There are several people who know full and well that it's bullshit, and yet still out there as a thing, right? CNN really didn't say much about this. In fact, the CEO of CNN more or less ran away from James O'Keefe when he tried to interview him. I can't say I blame the guy, but, I mean, let's be real here for a second, right? It's kind of wild stuff. Any rate, though, what transpired after this is Donald Trump proceeded to post a tweet, okay, and it was a meme of him at WrestleMania back from 2007 body slamming Vince McMahon, except somebody had put a logo for CNN on Vince McMahon's head, and he was, basically filming him beating him up, right? Beating up CNN. And now they're all crying. They're like, but it could lead to someone targeting journalists. Ah! Right? Like little babies. This is really ridiculous, right? So the moment that Trump produces a play, okay, that's a reimagining of some older play, okay, in which a bunch of white guys with fashy haircuts kill Van Jones, right? Stab him on the screen, and then Donald Trump's like, what? I mean, there's no racial overtones to what I did. It's just art, man, right? Freedom of expression, yeah, right? Once that happens, or once Kellyanne Conway, okay, walks out onto the front house, front White House lawn, with an effigy of Micah Brzezinski's bloody head, okay, in her hands, and just looks deadpan in the camera, like with the head, like right there it is. At that point, CNN might be able to complain about something, right? Because those two things I just paralleled, I mean, they have nothing at all to do with anything CNN's ever done to Republicans. And, CNN and MSNBC, neither one of those networks have anything at all to do with that Bernie Sanders supporter that shot Steve Scalise and shot at and managed to shoot several other Republicans at a charity event. A charity event, right? It's all terrible, terrible. It just, when Donald Trump posts some meme, right? That's bad, right? But everything else, that there's no connection. I swear. It's pretty ridiculous, really, at this point. CNN basically traffics in violence, and then it gets mad when somebody makes a meme. Look, here's the thing that I can say regarding this entire thing. I don't just dislike CNN. I don't just even hate CNN. I have disdain. I have disgust. I hold them in contempt, right? And the reason why is not because of their politics, okay? I do not have contempt for Salon or for HuffPost or for the Young Turks or for Daily Kos. I don't, because all of those organizations are honest about what they are. They let you know up front that they're to the left. They state it in a bunch of ways that they are doing advocacy for leftist causes, that they are basically writing position papers and inviting in writers who are on the left. Okay, and you know it. You just know it because they don't lie about it. In the same way that Breitbart tells you that they're on the right. National Review says they're on the right. I mean, I kind of would argue whether National Review really is, but, you know, they say they are. InfoWars, Alex Jones, man, you can't shut him up about what his agenda is. He won't stop talking about that or anything. But CNN acts like they are somehow neutral arbiters when they're not at all. It's ridiculous. This is why I have contempt for them, because they're lying. Because they're lying through their mouths every single day, and then they have the nerve to be mad at Trump for basically calling them on it. You know, James O'Keefe, shoot, you know, we got to wonder about that. You know, they clearly hate him. They treat him like he's not a real journalist. If CNN is real journalism, then James O'Keefe certainly is a real journalist. And now it has just come to my attention that CNN more or less harassed the guy who made the meme that Donald Trump posted. That's right. They're harassing him. They're trying to shut him up. They're trying to get him to recant. They're trying to get him to basically stop doing what he's doing. Look, here's the fundamental problem that exists. CNN doesn't know what the First Amendment is. It thinks that the First Amendment is some sort of writ that allows people that have gone to J school, journalism school, right, and who work for a large organization like CNN, like MSNBC, and that sort of thing, that it basically gives them a right to do whatever they want. It's a license to them. Okay? It isn't. It's just an acknowledgement of the idea that somebody, even like me, who has basically no audience, right, can basically just put out what we want. We can put it out in mass media with whatever tools we have available to do so. Okay? In the time the country was founded, that was being able to print a broadside. Okay? And generally it took some amount of money to do, because you had to have capital. And nowadays, this is some video editing software I'm working on, right? I'm using Wondershare Filmora, and then I'm putting this onto YouTube, right? And anybody can do it. But the truth is, as a content creator, I'm as much the press as Anderson Cooper is. A whole bunch of people might watch Anderson Cooper, and he might have an organization behind him that allows his stuff to look great and have a whole lot of people, and I might not. But fundamentally, we're both engaged in journalism. But here's the difference between me and him. You know, more than any of the other obvious things. I pretty much tell you what I'm about. From the very beginning, okay, I said what my channel was really going to be. Everybody knows that I do right-wing political commentary. I never lie about that. I never obfuscate. I never act like I'm going to do something else. Okay? I've said before I might do some reviews of some cultural items, and I've done a couple of them, right? I've done a book review. I've done a movie review. Okay? And generally, it has my own conservative opinion. But I don't lie about who I am or what I'm doing. You get honesty from me. And that's the thing. That's what I have to do when I do this. And I understand that, right? Not because I don't have a right to lie. I do have a right to lie. But I understand that if I lie, whoever will watch me. Yeah, I don't have very many people that watch me now. I'd like to have a lot of people watch me. I'd like to have a lot of people do that. And if I start lying, I'll probably never get that. Problem that I have with CNN, past their lack of understanding of the First Amendment, past their obfuscation, past their threats even to people. The real problem that I have with CNN, more than anything, is just that they lie. And that's why I find them contemptible. And I hope every last one of them eventually is starving in the street. They deserve no less.